Okay, first I'd like to thank the grace of heaven, the mercy of the masters, and compassion of the predecessor, transmitters, temple masters, lecturers for giving me this opportunity to talk about this topic today, which is a continuation, well, which is going to be the Tao Te Ching chapter 4. We're going to finish chapter 4, okay? I think last week I didn't finish chapter 4, so, or last time, okay? So, let me, shoot. How do you guys see because right now, this file I'm looking at is very, how can I say, it's not clear. Can you guys see it clearly?
It's readable, but you might, I don't know if you want to like make the text larger.
Oh, make the text larger. Okay, hold on, sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me.
Or just zoom.
On my screen, it's not working. I don't know why. Hold on. Shoot. Okay. Shoot. What if I show you this? Okay. So what do you see on your screens now?
Well,
Is it big enough? How big?
Yeah, you need to widen.
Not big?
Yeah, pull it. Yeah.
Oh, to the whole screen? Let me
Well-
do the whole screen. How's that? No? That's not wide enough?
Yeah, that's okay.
Can you guys see the word? Read the words? Is that big enough? This is pretty big. On my screen, it's pretty big. Can you guys see it? Can anybody see the screen?
Yeah.
No? I mean,
It's well.
it's not big enough?
I'm looking at it on a computer screen, so it's okay. But I don't know about the
Oh.
phones. But
How big do you guys want it? I mean, this is pretty big. It's 220%. You can't see it?
so you can see. I can see the screen. Okay, I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay.
I mean, I assume other people are seeing it on their computer screens too, right?
No, on their phone.
Oh, so then that means it'll be too big.
No,
Probably.
no, it's small.
No, it's small, not big.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so how big do you want it? This is pretty big, 250.
Well,
That's fine. I think it's, on the left side is gone. I don't see the edge of the left.
Oh, okay.
yeah. I mean, you have to put it into the other mode. I mean, you can't just zoom in
Oh, really?
because it's going to cut
Well,
off
what's
on the
the
right
other-
side.
Oh, I see.
You're fine now.
wait.
It's fine now.
Oh, that's better now?
No, not this one.
No, the previous one.
No,
the
not
next
this.
one?
Not
Okay.
this one. It's basically the web layout, the single.
Web layout. Okay, hold on. I want to show one page. Hold on. It's this, right? Web layout. Okay, how's that?
Yeah. Okay.
No?
So it'll wrap automatically.
Yeah. It'll skip the pages, but it's kind of wide. It's kind of big, and I think people viewing on their phones, they're not going to see the whole page.
You can make it a little bit narrow, but you need to still make it bigger. Zoom. Yeah. Now that you're in this mode, you can zoom in.
You can zoom in. Okay, I'm zooming in, but then what? I'm making the screen narrower. I should make the screen narrower.
I don't know. It should be okay as long as you zoom in.
I think the right side is cut off on the right hand side.
Oh, right side's cut off.
Is it
Jeez.
cut off? Wait.
Right side.
Yeah, that's
cut off.
fine now. It's good now.
No.
You can do it.
It's okay now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty good now? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Because I did the whole screen, so maybe I don't need to do the whole screen. How about in terms of zooming in, though? That's good enough?
Yeah, this is probably.
Okay, that's good. How's that?
But I think right hand side
How's
is
that?
cut off again. Yeah.
Right hand side is cut off? Sheesh. Okay, how's that? How's that?
That's
No,
good.
no.
Yeah, the previous one.
Yeah, this looks like
Oh.
it's okay. It's,
Unless I zoom in, zoom out a little bit. How's that? Can you guys see it?
yeah, okay, this is fine. This is fine.
That's okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's start. I think, okay, all right, let's just start. Okay. Well, last time, we were at chapter 4, which is it's Buyi, okay? I mean, that's the title, the selected title of this chapter. It basically just means it's about the Tao, okay? It's talking about the Tao. And it has no, how can I say? We say sourceless. That means it has no beginning. No beginning, okay? It's always there. That's another way of saying it, okay? So we already talked about the first line, okay? It's basically just to tell you that that it's this Tao appears to be, it has no form, okay? It's non-nothingness, okay? Non-nothingness, but it's very important. Even though it has no form, you can't see it, you can't actually describe it, really. You can't even describe it. But it's not nothing like total vacuum, okay? Emptiness or, vacuum, okay? We say emptiness, but it's really, the term should be true emptiness, a marvelous existence, okay? Okay? It just means that even though this Tao appears to be empty, but it's not really empty. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, with our language. All right, and this will go into detail in chapter 5. Okay, we'll talk about it a little bit more in chapter 5 about this. Okay, all right. Then I don't want to go into too much detail because we don't have time. But so it, even though it appears to be empty, right? But it can be used. Okay, it's usable. I mean, there are functions. Maybe that's another way of saying there are functions, and it's never going to be used up. Okay, there's always how can I say? They're infinite. I say infinite, yeah, or infinite applications that can come from it, or functions. Okay, that can come from this style. All right, that's good enough. I don't understand. And okay, yeah, and it is very difficult to describe. Like I said, it's deep, profound, and venerable. It's really marvelous. That's why it's called marvelous, true emptiness and marvelous existence. Okay, and it appears that everything comes from there. Okay, that's what Lao Tzu just trying to say. Okay, that's good enough for this. Okay, because okay, I don't want to go to, and then okay. It just means that, okay, now in its application, right, how we apply it, this style, okay, I'm just going to go to the deeper meaning, even though, I mean, yeah, there's the basic meaning here, okay, you guys can all read it, okay, right here, okay, as like, just like in nature, right? If you see mountains, we see mountains, we see cliffs, things that are very, we say very hard or stiff, you could say, okay. But over time, if you observe nature, right, they all get worn down. It's called erosion, right? It's called erosion. That's a scientific term. Okay. So that's a natural, process of nature. You can say that, right? Okay, that's a natural process of nature. All right. So over time, rocks, etc., right? Okay. Well, like here's the two levels of meaning. Okay, rocks stuff will get worn down. So similarly, okay, that's the external. So similarly, we as humans, I'm talking about the more human aspect or intangible aspect. You say, we also have, you can say, sharp edges, okay, or rough edges to our, characteristics, okay, or behavior, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so we should also learn to be like, to be not learn or to flow to flow with the process of nature, such that we should not display or not try to smooth out our rough edges, like for example, like our strong will, right? Our strong will, okay, our strong will, right? 强势, sharp edges, 坚挫, right? And arrogance, right? Okay, etc. Okay, and why is that? Because, and that's important because, right? Delusional thoughts are very strong, very keen, and are wise when we're not mindful of it. Okay, it's like people say, oh, you have a very strong will, strong character, etc., etc. Okay, so we have that, and then once that starts, this is similar to, watching our thoughts or controlling our thoughts, not to. Okay, all right. So we must constantly practice, right? Okay, because our Buddha nature has no sharp qualities. Okay, sharp edges. Okay, sharp edges means like, strong will, arrogance, etc., etc. Okay, as a matter of fact, arrogance is one of those 5 dull temptations that we have to be careful. Okay, all right, okay. So, because if we allow these sharp qualities, right, okay, to, if we allow, if we don't control or smooth out our sharp edges or qualities, because then that could influence us, okay, and it's easy to then have stir thoughts or have a stir, mind, okay, aroused mind, which will then, start down the path of, having proper thoughts, etc., etc., etc. Okay, all right. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this. Okay, yeah, this is what Lecture Lu said. Okay, so he said we should. The sages all taught us how to, concentrate. Oh, yeah, use the power of concentration. Okay, so that we will not be influenced by, the material world phenomena. This way, we can become, even though we are in the material world, but the material world is all part of us. Okay, all right, part of the entire cosmos. Okay, 接起分, that means, I don't know if you guys can read this. Okay, it literally means unravels its own knots. Okay, complexity. 分, okay, can mean complexity, dispute, contention, etc. Okay, so just the basic meaning is to unravel thoughts to reduce complexity, just as like in a knot, something that's that's very tightly bound in nature. Over time, it's gonna wither away. It's gonna loosen. It's gonna become loose. Okay, all right. So on an external level, this is the process of Tao. Okay, it works in nature. That's how nature works. Now, okay. Similarly, internally, all complexities in life will be resolved one way or another. Okay, so the internal meaning is that we should try to, reduce or resolve contention and complexity. Okay, let go of conflicts. Okay, and clutter. Okay, so it's similar to this concept of, letting go of all karmic affinities. Okay, all right, because our Buddha nature is not contentious and does not have complexity in life. I mean, it just is. Okay, so it's not complex. It's not complex. It has no, you can say, obstacles or not. Okay, all right. So we should, by applying our deep Buddha nature to deal with worldly matters, we can deal with all naughty and troublesome issues properly. Okay, Chinese. Okay, 和起光. This. Okay, yeah. These are the definition. Okay, dictionary definition. But basically, it just means that. Okay. we have, even though, okay, we can be very smart, intelligent, or knowledgeable, etc. Okay, um, we have to be careful in terms of displaying that, or applying that. Okay, our knowledge, or our abilities. Okay, because if we're not, how can I say, mindful, we can say literally dazzle people, or literally you can say, um, yeah, show off. Okay, dazzle, just you know, okay, all right, okay, or or put people down, or turn off people. Okay, all right, um, okay, so it just means that we should also be mindful to be humble, learn to be humble and modest. Okay, even though maybe we may be correct, you may be correct. Okay, or you may be very knowledgeable. You may know a lot of things. You may have a higher level of education or learning or etc. than other people. But be mindful of how we display that, right? Or how we use it. Just like a beam of light. You know, in the dark, a light is great, right? I mean, it's perfect. You need light to see, right, in the dark. But if it's too bright, right, it's going to blind other people, right? So we got to be careful. Okay. All right. So it just means, just another understanding. Just say that we should be very grateful, right, that we have this opportunity, that we can live, happily with each other, or harmoniously with each other, right, in the same way, and that's very satisfactory and very meaningful existence. Or okay, 同其尘. Okay, literally, this is what it means. Okay, being one with its own dust. Okay, so what is that? Okay, okay, this dust, okay, refers to this. Okay, which is mundane affairs. Okay, mundane affairs, this world, more. Okay, so basic meaning is that over time everything disintegrates. Yeah, turns to dust. Everything. Okay, all right. But the internal meaning, is to live as part of the world, not apart from the world. Okay, we are of the world. Okay, we are part of the world. Okay, not separate from the world. Okay, so as Dao cultivators, right, we should not isolate ourselves from people, from society, like hermits or etc. Okay, rather we have to live amongst society, right? Okay, enjoy. Okay. However, this does not mean that we should be tainted. Remember, you are you are in the world, but not, let's say, not of the world. And I think that's the way they say it, right? So it's like a lotus flower, right? A lotus flower grows from very you can say, I don't want to say dirty, but very mud, right? From mud, soil. Okay, dirt, very soil. But yet its root, it's not tainted, you can say, by the soil, right? Because its root is still white, etc., pure. Okay, so what it means is that our internal cultivation does not, and external really, do not have to be affected by our external environment. I mean, this is not easy, of course, but that's the reason why we continue to cultivate, to learn, to practice, right? Okay, so it's like to be in this world but not of this world. Okay, all right. So, and then the deeper meaning is this. Okay, so by realizing and being in accordance with our Buddha nature, we become one. Okay, 跟凡尘都已经融成一体. Okay, all right. Okay, this is I think where I might have left off last time. Anyway, okay. So he's talking about the Tao again, right? So he says, 三息四落尘, right? It just means that it is so indistinct, tranquil, I can say still. It appears infinite. 尘, 尘, okay, 尘. Okay. It just means it's in, as if it always is, always existed. Okay, always existed. That's what this means. Okay, like as if always existed. Okay, all right. I just want to say, okay, remember the basic meaning is this. Okay, okay, yeah, it's non-material, it's intangible, formless. Okay, all right, okay, and it's it's like in the background, right? It's so it doesn't it doesn't it's quiet. It's not it's silent, right? Okay, but yet it always exists. Okay, all right. So let's see, because the yeah, okay, but even though it may be formless, right? You can still sense it, though. Okay, you can sense it. Okay, we can intuit. Okay, okay, but we're not totally sure. So that's why, because Tao is formless, so Lao Tzu used a metaphor. Okay, he used 就好像. It's like this. Okay, all right. So deeper meaning is this. Okay, and it refers to chapter 1. Okay, anyway, but it's so consummate. I mean, so complete, so total, so perfect, but yet because it is simultaneously in the absolute you can say absolute state, like that, because okay, it's neither, yet it has it can display, right? It can manifest in relative, okay, in the relative realm, okay, or relative dimensions, okay. So existence and essence and existence in being and becoming. So that's this, okay. That's similar to line 5 in chapter 1, okay. So you guys can look at it. Okay. So another meaning is that our Buddha nature or essence has always existed. We just cannot see it because it is formless. Okay. All right. So I think this is where we left off. Okay. So basically, he's saying in this last, so the second to the last line, basically, or phrase says, he doesn't know what it is. Okay, he doesn't know. Sorry, not what it is. He doesn't know where it came from. We say whose offspring it is. Okay, 为之之. Okay, 谁之之. Okay, all right. So this just means, okay, the dictionary meaning. Last dictionary means whose child or offspring it is. Okay, in this context, okay, this means the effect of a cause. Okay, so not knowing whose offspring it is means not knowing the what cause or the parent, who the parent, okay, of the effect, which is the offspring. Okay, so the basic meaning of this is that Lao Tzu does not know what is the cause of this Tao. Yeah, is there, who created this Tao? Maybe that's another way of saying. Okay, okay. So another meaning is we do not know how or where this Tao comes from. We do not know what, if anything, gave rise to this Tao. Okay, so another way of asking is, what is the source of this ultimate source? Because remember, we say Tao is the source of everything, right? Okay, it's always there, right? So can it be that the Tao is its own source? Yeah, that's interesting. Can the Tao be the causeless cause? Perhaps the ultimate cause does not exist, or simply unknown. Okay, all right. So the deeper meaning is this, okay, is that it's its own source and not created by anything. It's non-conditioned, okay, it's non-conditioned, whereas everything else is conditioned, okay. Conditioned meaning that what? There are, you can say, causes for something, right? Just like, people say, if you want to look at ask the grand cosmic scale, how does the universe come about, right? How does the cosmos come about? We say the Big Bang. Okay, that's what the astrophysicist thinks. So that's a cause, right? That Big Bang caused the creation of this, this vast cosmos. Okay, all right. Okay, so that means that there's a cause, right? Whereas the Tao has no cause. It's just so. It just always is. Okay, it's always is. So similar to this, the notion of this, which is absolute. It just means absolute reality, right? It's the source of all phenomena. Okay. Okay. So in this is okay. So this is Lao Tzu's, right? Okay. In Western philosophy, I don't know if you guys heard the term Ouroboros. You guys can look it up. Okay, here I have it. It's called Ouroboros. Can you guys see the screen? No? Ouroboros? Can you guys see the screen? Right? Ouroboros. Okay, that's Greek. Okay, it's a Greek word. Yeah, it just symbolizes. I guess here, have you guys heard of? Can you guys see this? No. Okay, it's a symbol of a snake or sometimes dragon, eating its own tail. Not eating, but yeah, I mean, okay. All right. I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay. So that. Oops, sorry. Okay, that's the symbolism. That's the symbolism of what called that eternal. It's a cycle. It's a no beginning, no end. Okay, that's basically what in the Western. I mean, they say it came from ancient Egypt. Okay, that this symbol. Okay, but what I'm saying is, the West. The Western philosophy, some Western traditions, especially the Greeks, the Gnostics, and the Hermeticism. It's another religious philosophy. But anyway, they all believe that. Okay, that there is. Okay, so it's not just unique to the East. Okay, Lao Tzu about this notion of this. What's this? The causeless cause. Okay, all right. So that's just a side note. Okay, so you guys can look at that. Where's my mouse? Hold on. Let's go down. Okay, last phrase. 上帝之先. Okay. All right. Okay. So the basic translation comes like this. Okay. It's image. You can say it appears to be the predecessor of the emperor or deity. Okay, that's what Di means. Okay, so the literal meaning is this. Okay, all right, that's the literal definition. Okay, all right. Okay, Shang is like an image, shape, appearance, etc. Okay, okay. Zhixian means prior, previously. Okay, all right. So another meaning of interpretation of the character Di also refers to the Jade Emperor. Okay, that's in Chinese mythology. That's the emperor in charge of the celestial realm, or who's he's the highest. He's like the god, okay, of the celestial realm. Okay, all right. But so the basic interpretation of this phrase means the Tao precedes any of the deities of the phenomenal realm. Okay, that's okay. All right. So actually, okay, another way is to say that, okay, the image, of the Tao, which is the principles governing the cosmos, humans, lands, etc., is an absolute prerequisite for any description of anything. Okay, so yeah, in order to describe, or not describe it, to say, what, who comes before, or what comes earlier, whatever, right? Okay, we need to have like certain. You can say rules. Right? Just like using the language. Okay, in order to describe certain things, I'm talking about in humans. Okay, we need language, right? We need to create a language, right, so that we can, describe things, right? Okay. Similarly, in order to, let's say, create the universe, if you will, or create the universe. There has to be an undergoverning rule. You can say a rule, right? Or I don't know, rule structure, okay? Or you can say like a language, or a code. And so that code will what? Or language, so precedes, comes before anything else, even the cosmos, or the notion of a deity or God, etc., etc. Okay, so that's the parallel. Okay, that's what I mean. Okay, so another meaning is this, right? Some may still insist that God is the absolute creator of cause, right? Yeah, God is the supreme. Okay, but the Tao can also be understood as that. Okay, and one in John 1 chapter 1 verse 1, right? It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was God. So the Word is, if you just substitute the Tao, then it's the same thing, right? Okay, the deeper meaning is this, okay, is that the Tao is absolute. So we say 先天, before, literally before heaven, before phenomena, you can say before. prior to phenomena or anti-phenomena, right? Yeah. Anti means prior, previous, or wuji, okay? And all phenomena, or houten, or you can say houten, okay? Latter heaven, that's a direct translation, are created by it. Okay, so it's you can find that in reference to like chapter 1, line 3, right? Wu Ming Tian Di Zi Si. Okay? Wu means the Tao. Okay, that's the Tao. Okay, it's or yeah, literally it means void or empty or nothingness. Okay, and we call it the the creator of heaven and earth. Okay, all right. So another meaning is that our our Buddha nature is or essence is formless, but it's always existed. It precedes everything. Okay, all phenomena. Okay, all right. So that's the end of chapter 4. Okay, so now I'd like to go to chapter 5. Okay, here it goes. Let's go to chapter 5. Okay, is this? Can you guys see it? The whole thing? Right? Is anything cut off? Nothing's cut off, right? That's kind of big. Shoot. Okay, hold on. All right. Can anybody see anything? Hello? How's that? That's not big enough. Okay. You guys can see everything, right? All right. Okay, let's proceed with chapter 5. Chapter 5 is the title, the subtitle to the chapters. We translate it right now. It's called "Keeping to the Void," okay, or abiding in the Tao, okay. The Chinese is Shou Zong Zhang, okay. That's the last 2 characters of this chapter, okay. So they use that as the title, okay, for the title because it's talking about basically this Zong. I mean, it's okay. Well, I'll get to the interpretation of that towards the end because it's the last phrase of the chapter. So soul means to maintain. Okay, keep it, but that's okay. That's we'll go to the translation of that phrase at the end. Okay, so this is the chapter 5. It's only 5 lines. Okay, so here's the translation of the first phrase. All right. So the translation of the phrase is, the first line is, heaven and earth are impartial. They regard mere things as straw dogs. Okay. So these 2 characters, okay, third and fourth words literally mean not benevolent, unkind, heartless, etc. Okay. All right. So, okay. Now the basic meaning of this first phrase, right, is this. Okay. It's not that saying that heaven and earth is unkind or inhumane. What Lao Tzu is pointing out is that basically, that cosmic nature, that the universe, or even existence itself, phenomena, that's a better term, phenomena, right? Has no human emotions. Okay, so cosmic nature does not play favorites. It's basically unbiased. It's neutral, you can say. It's impartial. Okay, so nature provides for life, right? Nature allows life to begin and even flourish, right? But also for its end, right? For the decline and eventual end, right? Or death. So all living things come and go, right? Remember what's the 3 Dharma seals, right? One of them is called what? Impermanent or anicca. That's the same idea, right? That's the reality, okay, of nature, of of phenomena. Okay, all right. So that's all part of the cycle of nature. But the Tao is not attached to any of it. It's just that's the way it is. Okay, it's unconditioned. Remember? Okay, similar to the notion of suchness, thusness. Okay, that's the way it is. Okay, that's just so. Okay, just so. That's the way it is. Okay, there's a cycle. It's actually is a cycle. All right. Okay. Uh, okay. Then the next second phrase, right? Second phrase right here. Okay, it's 以万物 means to regard all things, literally 10,000 things, times all things. Okay. Last three words, 为刍狗. Okay, it means straw dogs. Okay, in ancient times, okay, figures are made out of straw. Okay, usually animal figures. There could be other figures. It could be objects, etc. Okay, but they're made of straw. They use that to sacrifice, to burn it, or Okay, all right, Okay, that's the part of the ancient rituals. Okay, so the basic meaning is that when the ritual is done, or the ceremony is done, or sacrifice is done, the straw dogs or figures are discarded with complete indifference. We're not attached to them. You don't save them. You don't say, oh, I want to. Okay, you just, during the ceremony, they perform their function, and then after the ceremony is over, they're discarded. They're let go. Okay, they're thrown away, you can say, okay, without any lingering attachment. Okay, that's what it means, okay? The implication is this, okay? When we are born, it's not because the universe loved us so much that we were born, okay? It's not because of that, okay? Similarly, when we die, it is not because the universe hates us, okay? So yet, we as humans have tendency to project our human emotions or beliefs on life and death, unfortunately, right? We all say, oh yeah, life is precious and death is to be avoided. So because life is precious, so therefore we should always cling to life, right? And death is such, it's you can say it's unknown, it's fearful, right? So we should avoid it, right? Okay? But as far as, life and death are the two, you can say, two phases of the same cycle, okay, of the one cycle, and it cannot be avoided, right? Okay, some people may say, oh, I don't want to live in this miserable world, have a miserable life, but it's still unavoidable. You have to come. Some people are saying, oh, I'm living a great life, I'm young, handsome, whatever, rich, powerful, and I don't want to die, right? But it's still unavoidable. Death is still unavoidable. Okay? So, all right, so that's the way of the universe, okay? That life and death occurs with impartiality. So why is there life and death in the first place? Okay, that's because there's causality. Okay, so that's why, okay? Due to desires, karmic debts, rewards. Okay, so beings come into existence, and once there's existence, there will always be an end, right, to existence, a death. Okay, that's the way it is, all right? Okay, so sometimes we also wonder, okay, why if the universe is so impartial, right, neutral, we say, right, that is there good and evil? Well, because whether it's good and evil is from the human perspective, based on karmic conditions, okay, that we will talk about in the future chapters, okay? But anyway, all right, okay, so another meaning is that the Tao, okay, here it is, okay, although impartial, gives rise to nature, which has a cycle of birth and death. For example, during spring, as we are in now, right, the plants will grow, right? Flowers will come out, plants will grow, leaves will come out until they bear fruits and grains in the summer, right? Then during autumn, another phase, when they are ripe, they can be harvested for food, and then during winter, the plants die off. Then the cycle repeats again, right? Spring, summer, autumn, winter, again and again, okay, non-stop. The deeper meaning of this is this. Lao Tzu wants us to break off people's reliance on blind faith, false views, right? Because we have views on life and death, right? We have views on life and death. Or, false views, sometimes blind faith even, right? Okay, So anyway, you can see this in Appendix 5 in the end. It's called the Five King Views. Okay, it has extreme views of existence and non-existence are part of the Five King Views. Okay, inverted if you want to see it down here. Okay, yeah, okay. Here are the Five King Views. Okay, all right. Okay, so you guys can look this up. There's the view of yourself or ego, right? That's we can talk about that later. There's a reference to it in the later part of the chapter. But anyway, okay. So all these views, okay, we have to be careful. We cannot hold these five views, those wrong views, okay, false views. So that's what the sages are telling us, or Lao Tzu was implying that we should, we cannot rely on those false views of blind faith. Okay, the higher understanding is he wants to imply that opposite meaning of benevolence of nature. Rather, it is the great benevolence of nature which allows humans to be able to use the mirror things of world for our benefit. Okay, so all right. So key point is, as cultivators of Tao, we must abide by Tao, which is impartial, unbiased, non-dualistic, like our Buddha nature. Okay, so then that's the thing to rely on, not on blind faith or views. Okay, all right, okay, all right. Second phrase: the sages are impartial. They regard people as. Oops, shoot. I mean, okay, hold on. Huh? How come I didn't? Right. Okay. Where the heck? Okay. Sorry. Okay, as straw dogs. Okay? All right. Okay. So they regard people as straw dogs. Okay? So basically, remember in the previous chapter, I think chapter 2, right? All right. We define what phrase, senmen means. It just means individuals with divinely inspired wisdom or wise person. It literally means sage, okay? All right, the first three words of the second phrase is with regards to people, literally means 100 surnames, but that means people, okay? People. Okay, so the basic meaning of this phrase is that sages or wise persons approach life in a dispassionate way, or you can say impartial. Their views or thoughts are not motivated by human emotion, okay? That's very important. What it does not mean is that sages are not benevolent. There is a difference, okay? Okay, or heartless. They view and act according to the Tao, unconditionally, and without any attachments to notions of man. Okay, it does not mean that there is no compassion or no benevolence. Okay, it does not mean that. It just means that sages do not rely on human emotions or not motivated by human emotions. Okay, there is such a thing as compassion, benevolence. There is. Okay, but that does not mean that sages do not have that. Okay, so that's an important distinction. Okay, and just that this sentence means that sages are not motivated or not reliant on human emotions in their dealings or their views, how they regard people. Okay, okay. Another meaning is sages rise above the usual preferences that are actually discriminatory, such as superficial reasons or attributes, physical traits or characters. So that's why sages are impartial to those preferences or rationale. Rather, sages treat everyone according to the inner character or qualities of each human being. Okay? All right. So they're not reliant on basic human notions or emotions. Okay? The deeper meaning is this: sages wanted to teach the people that we are innately endowed with what? Virtues. Okay? Such as the 8 virtues. That's according to Confucius, right? What are the 8 virtues? These are the 8 virtues. Okay? Okay? So, what Lao Tzu was trying to teach us is that rather than relying on human emotions or, or superficial preferences, etc., physical traits, ethnicity, et cetera, all that, right? All those things. We should regard everybody or treat people based on our inner or we have virtues, right? Inner virtues, or we have everybody is born with those, are born with those virtues. Okay, specific example would be the 8 virtues. We say filial piety, fraternity, or brotherhood, loyalty, sincerity, trust of faith, propriety, righteousness, integrity, and sense of shame. Okay, everybody has this. Okay, all right. We're going to talk about number 4. It's more important a little bit later on. Okay, that's like the foundation, you can say. Okay, or cornerstone. Okay, so we need to act according to these 8 virtues. Okay, so okay, here's the Chinese. Okay, all right. Okay, so the higher understanding is that sages want to teach people to do their best in fulfilling their duties. Okay, according to these virtues, endowed virtues, because that is what makes life meaningful and distinguishes us from animals and qualifies us as having immense moral integrity, right? 造然正气, okay, and indomitable spirit, okay, 顶天地位的资格, okay? Okay, the key point is this. It's very important to return to our birth Buddha nature, our perfect Buddha nature, by nurturing our vast moral integrity and displaying our gigantic stature. Okay? So that's what the second phrase means. Okay, third phrase. Okay, space between heaven and earth is not like it bellows. Okay? So heaven and earth, that's what these 2 characters mean. Zijian means the space between. Okay? Okay. So, okay, third and fourth phrase. This is a very it's a rare phrase. Because people don't use it today in modern Chinese. 椭约, right? 椭约, I think that's pronounced 椭约. Today's people would say 风箱, literally means wind box. Literally means that. Today's people would use that phrase instead of using this together. Okay, it just so the basic meaning of the phrase is that, okay, the bellows, it's empty space inside. It's empty space. It's a contraption, right? It's with empty space in the middle, in the center, inside it. That empty space is a metaphor for the Tao. That's okay. That's what it is. Okay. So this is the Tao process that works throughout nature, throughout all time and everywhere. Okay, not just on Earth, but throughout the cosmos. Just like a bellows that produces blast of air during each expansion and contraction of the bellows. Right? The bellows, it has, you work it back and forth. Right? Okay, so it contracts and expands, etc. Okay, so the basic meaning is that the Tao appears to be a void or emptiness. Its cycle, though, is continuous and endless. Okay, so the higher understanding is this. Okay, the entire dualistic world, okay, 整个凡尘一义一样, with its days and nights, okay, has its continuous seasonal cycles of spring, summer, autumn, and winter, which is the endless cycles of heaven and earth. Okay, that's the higher one. So the deeper understanding and meaning is this. It's like the cycle of the Tao. It's like the described as like the expansion and contraction of the bellows. It's the principle of nature, 自然的道, and it's the display or the phenomena of nature. Okay, all right. So that's what it. Okay, all right. Okay, now we're getting into this. This is the analysis section. Okay. Anyway, so the next section. 虚而不欺，动而越出. Okay, 虚 means empty, literally means empty, void, okay, and yet never exhausted, it moves and produces more, okay? Okay, all right, so that's what, okay? So the meaning of the first word literally means void or empty, okay? The second 2 words means, okay, the ancient meaning is not to be used up, or never exhausted, or limitless, you can say, okay? The modern meaning means curved or bent, but that's not the modern, the definition here, okay? So the basic meaning of first phrase is the okay, okay, is that Tao appears to be empty. Remember, it's empty, right? But it is never exhausted or used up, or it's you can say it's limitless. Its functions are limitless. Okay, are never used up. So, for example, the more we apply the Tao, the more myriad and versatile its manifestations become in our lives. Okay, so if we properly cultivate properly and continuously and constantly, the force of creativity is limitless. That would be an example, okay, in our daily lives if we apply the Tao, okay, properly. That's what we have to cultivate properly, okay? Okay, the deeper meaning of this is this, okay? This is more complicated. It's a little bit more. Okay, the deeper meaning of the first phrase is the entire phenomenal realm is a result of a stirring thought arising from ignorance, which gave rise to the three subtle conceptions. Okay? So, the 一念无明, right? That means, literally, 无明 means ignorant. Okay? 一念 means a thought. Okay? A thought arising out of ignorance, which gave rise to the three subtle conceptions. Okay? Now, this is before any phenomena. Okay? This is still, you can say we're in the absolute state. You can say, I don't say absolute state, but intermediate maybe. Okay? All right. This is prior to any phenomena at the moment. Okay? At that time. Okay? So what's the three subtle conceptions? You guys can look it up here. It's here. Okay? It's here. Okay? Three subtle conceptions. Okay? 三七. Okay? That's it's you can say it's very abstract, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so the first one is the most important one because it's this condition, ignorant or enlightened condition, considered as the primal action or stirring of the perceptive, which initiates the creation of karma. Okay, so if we ask why do we have karma? I mean, it's not just I in a previous life you did this and that. That's even before that. The one talking about the creation of karma is even before your physical existence, okay? Physical existence, karma is created there, okay? So, because why? Based on a thought, okay? Stirring of perception, it's based on a thought, okay? So we have to be careful, okay? So that's how karma starts. If you want to trace karma to its ultimate beginnings, that's where it really started, okay? It's not just based on a previous life, okay? Yeah, I mean, that's true too, but what's before that previous life, right? What's before that previous life, et cetera, right? Okay? All right, okay. So that's the deeper meaning, okay? All right. So now, this is completely different situation, right? This phenomenon is from the true absolute reality, or we call it Dharma Dhatu Jujing, right? Where there is only true emptiness and marvelous experience, which contains the Buddha nature and essence. Okay? All right. Okay. So because of our stirring thoughts, there is the phenomenal world. Okay? 因为我们有起心动念，所以才有世界, which in turn gives rise to sentient beings. 世界形成以后才有众生, right? So after the phenomenal world is created, then we have sentient beings, and then karmic forces. 众生有了以后才有业果. Okay? All right. But karmic forces is different than that. It's not, how can I say? It's not the beginning, right? The beginning is what? Right? Okay? This. Okay? The beginning, the start. The start of the phenomena, or you can say of existence, okay? It's this. And then after we have existence, or after we have what? Phenomena, world, then that's when karmic forces come about, okay? All right, okay, and that's what drives karma. I mean, we say karma, or reincarnation, sorry, okay, reincarnation, all right? Okay. So when dealing with sentient beings, regardless of their status or position, Buddhists all treat everyone equally because all manifestations are a result of karma. Because they understand that. They understand that these things, what do you call that? These things are not permanent. Okay? they are, you can say, results or conditioned. They are conditioned because they're driven by karmic or karma. Okay, karmic force. Okay, all right, all right. So the higher understanding is this: all phenomena is due to the confluence or the convergence of karmic forces, i.e., causality. Okay, 因缘聚会 right 才呈现现象. Okay, all right. Yeah, okay. So all matters manifest due to the confluence of confluence. 因缘聚会才呈现事情, right? Or manners, okay? Or, things, okay? Thus, when causal conditions converge, there's existence, sorry, 缘聚则生, right? Okay. So that means when the karmic forces converge, then it results in what? Existence. And when causal conditions disperse, there's non-existence. 缘散就灭, right? 缘散就灭. Yeah? Okay? All right. So the implication of the first phrase. It's important to realize that in the moment, okay, as causal conditions converge, all phenomena is empty and real. Okay? 因缘聚会的当下就知道它虚幻不实. Right? 虚幻 means void. You can say void or delusional void, unreal. Yeah, unreal 不实. Okay, that this 虚幻means it's delusions. Okay, you can say delusions are not real. Okay, phenomena will always change, i.e., it's impermanent. 它都会变化. Phenomena came from emptiness and returned back to emptiness. Okay, 从空而来，又归于空. Okay, all right, that's very important. Okay, that in the moment, it's in the moment. We'll talk about in the moment later. Okay, so the key phrase, key point is this. Okay, as cultivators, now we should live in the moment. That is to what? Abide in our Buddha nature. Okay, no matter when we are living in this world, no matter when we are living in this world, 不管是什么时候住在凡尘, or no matter when we are leaving this world, 不管是什么时候离开凡尘, all phenomena is already immaterial. Okay, the key is it has to be in this moment. Okay, what is this in the moment? What's this in the moment is? Okay, there in the moment is when we are in the moment. Okay, there's no three minds. Okay, 没有三性, nor four marks of existence. So the entire perfect Buddha nature manifests itself. But there's no difference between in the moment and Buddha. Okay, all right. Okay, so anybody know what the three minds are? The three minds are this, right? That minds that dwell in the past. Okay, so it just means what? That's the time component dimension, right? We have the past, present, and future. Okay, so there's a notion of time, right? Time. Okay, so this is very important. So in the moment, there's no, you can say what? Notion of time, you will, well, okay, all right, time, okay? Okay, and then remember we say no four marks, the four marks of existence, right? Okay, per Diamond Sutra and another sutra. It's the ego, right? Here it is, okay? All right? It's the self, it's the others or personality, it's the sentient being, and it's life or lifespan, determination, okay? All right? So this is what? Space, okay? There's space because there's a you, there's others, there's human beings, and there's a lifespan, okay? So this defines the space. So in the moment, so in phenomena, there's this and there's this, right? Okay, phenomena has space and time. But in the moment has no space and time, okay? That's very important. So that already hints at what's this in the moment mean, okay? So it hints at in the moment basically means what? It's the state of our Buddha nature essence, okay? All right, which means that you are in what? You can say absolute or non-relative, okay? It's not relative, okay? Because what? Buddha nature is absolute, right? The essence is always absolute. It's the original state. Okay, so yeah, so here, okay, okay, okay. It's the already the realm of true reality. Okay, which is called 本际. Okay, original state. It's just, you can say it's absolute state. Same idea. Okay, same thing. All right. So that's why we have to always, even though we remember previous section phrase, say we still have to be, because we exist, right? We live in this world, so we're part of this world, but yet not be what? Do not be part of the world, meaning space and time. And I'm not talking about physical term, but mentally or spiritually in that case. Okay, just that spiritually, or you can say, yeah, spiritually, we have to be in the moment. Okay, in the moment. Okay, we have to be in that state. That means you are at one with your Buddha nature. Okay, even though you're still part of this physical space and time. Okay, you're in it. But yet you're in it, but yet and part of it, but you're not bound, tied down by it. Why? Because we're in the moment. Get it? If we're not in the moment, then yes, we are tied down, or you can say you are tied down. I don't want to say captured, but you're trapped. Maybe that's a better term. Trapped by phenomena, or by all things that's phenomena. Okay, which is not real. Okay, which is not real. Remember, right? It's not real. Okay. So we cannot be trapped. Okay, so we have to be in the moment. Okay, at least our minds have to be that. Okay, so the second phrase complements the first phrase. The first phrase represents the yin aspect or internal side, such as the mind. The second phrase represents the yang aspect, such as the action. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to explain. Okay, our mind has to be in the moment. Get it? In the moment. Okay, so that means internally we're not trapped, even though we live within. Right. Let's say. Okay. Right. Okay. Right here. Okay. We're part physically. Yes, we are part of this phenomenal world. That's absolutely true. Okay, but our mind should not be trapped by that. Okay, so we have to be in the moment. If our mind is not in the moment, i.e., being with our Buddha nature essence, okay, then we are going to be trapped by phenomena. Okay, so if in our minds we are at one with the Buddha nature essence, then we're not trapped. Okay, and then the second phrase is, from that mind, from that in the moment, that state of in the moment, okay, our actions will come, will be based on that, i.e., based on our Buddha nature. And there's a reason why that's significant, that's important. Because if we could do that, then we will not create karma. So that's very important. Okay, so that's the thing. So it's I didn't write it down here. Lecturer Liu didn't say it, but the implication is it's also similar to the notion from the Doctrine of Me, which I'll talk about at the end. Okay, at the back, but that's more definition. But the first chapter, right? The first line of chapter 1 of Doctrine of Me, right? 率性之为道, right? Right? Okay. Well, 天命之为性, 率性, I mean, in accordance with this nature, i.e., Buddha nature, okay, in our mind, okay, and we act according to that, okay, we act according, okay. So basic meaning of the second phrase: the more action we take in accordance with the Tao, the more the functions will appear, okay. So because remember the marvelous thing about the Tao, even though it's totally empty, okay, that Buddha nature, even the essence, appears to be empty or appears to be formless, intangible, and yet it has infinite, you can say, function, capabilities, etc. Okay, so actions in accordance with the Tao means that we act according to our innate qualities, such as the 8 virtues, for example. Okay, without any attachments, shuai kai, right? Shuai kai, or conditions and help sentient beings more strenuously. Okay, so that's why it's important that we have to be in the moment with our Buddha nature, okay, or 率性, in accordance with our Buddha nature, okay. So the key point of the second phrase is this: as cultivators, we should respond to matters as they arise, 事来则应, and return to stillness, our mind, that is, when matters go away, 事去则静, right? Okay? All right? Because that's what in the moment is, okay? That would be describe how we function when we're in the moment, okay? All right. Okay. All right. So let's see, where are we? Okay, so we're near the end of the, yeah, this is the end. Sorry. This is the last phrase, okay? All right, this is the very important phrase, okay? And so that's where the title comes from, right? So, okay, or of the chapter, because the theme or the main subject, if you will, of this chapter is talking about the key is, yeah, to maintain, or so, yeah, maintain, to keep, to abide, to be at one, to be with, okay, at one, with this, okay, with 中, okay, so that's very important. All right, okay, so let's talk about the translation. 多言数穷, right? Okay, so too many words hasten failure, cannot compare or not comparable to keeping to the void. Okay, that's the translation of this phrase. Okay, so the first word literally means many. Okay, but in this context, the ancient meaning is excessive. Very important. Okay, it's not just many; it's too much, too many. Okay, excessive. The second word means words. Okay, spoken or written. All right. So the basic meaning of the first two words means too many words, or too gossipy, or it could mean bureaucratic, burdensome, something conflicting or confusing. Okay, all right, okay. Then the third word, 数, means number. It means to count. 数学, that's the study of math. That's arithmetic. You could say arithmetic, mathematics, algebra. Okay, 数, no, not algebra, but math. Okay, it means to count. Okay, in the modern usage. But what's the ancient meaning? That's very important. It means accelerated, something that's speedy, that's fast. Okay, so that's why most times if you just look in the dictionary, right, it would just translate it as counting. Okay, counting, which is not correct. All right, so that's why if a lot of translations are not that good because they don't know the ancient. There's an ancient meaning. Okay, to both these to actually all four words, okay? Which I'll talk about the fourth word next. Fourth word, 穷, literally means this, poverty, poverty or destitution, okay? In modern, but in the ancient meaning, it means to fail. You can say failure is it's also poverty, right? Right? Okay, but or related. There's some relationship, right? But it just means failure. That means you don't succeed at something. Okay, all right. So the basic meaning of the first phrase has two levels. Okay, all right. Okay. So at the higher level, or the broader level, as a society or a country, too many complex laws create loopholes and bureaucratic obstacles. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. On a personal level or international level, it's easy to talk. Yeah, right. Talking is very easy. And follow up on the words, and not follow up on the words, okay? So it's easier said than done, talk is cheap, etc. Okay? 凡人的话很多，就引起我们很容易说话, right? Okay? Humans, or sentient beings, okay, have talk a lot or have many words, okay? So that 引起 means allows or causes us just to say things much more easily, right? Okay, so, all right, okay, and 就没有把我们说的话实际去做，就是说归说，做归做。So we say some and say one thing and mean another. Okay, 心口不一 because talk is easy, right? Talking is easy. It is, right? And so then we tend to just talk and not follow up on it or not do it, right? And not a person of our word, right? So say one thing and mean another. Okay, so we got to be careful. That's what most most people it's easy as a human to fall into that you can say that mold, right? Okay, all right. So another understanding of first phrase is this. Okay. Too much talking will result in failure because words all have their limitations. 语言有它的局限，okay? Just as Tao cannot be described completely with words because words and labels have inherent limitations. This would be recall, right? The first two lines of chapter 1, right? 道可道，非常的；名可名，非常。Okay, same idea, similar idea. Okay, that's the broad level. Okay, but this is being a little bit more specific. Okay, all right. Okay. So the deeper meaning is, okay, because it is very easy to talk too much, then our good fortunes will be used up by our words. You know that? Okay, so 因为我们语言很容易就讲出口 right? It's easy to talk, right? Using words to talk. 所以把部分从我们的语言用掉 okay? So actually we use up. So that's why, if you want to preserve your we say wealth or fortune, say fortune, then we should speak less, okay? All right, or don't waste it away with our words, okay? Waste them away, okay? So, okay, we can observe, this is very long, okay? We can observe that all sages and saints speak in accordance with their minds. 以往圣贤多是心口如一, right? Okay, they what? They say, they mean what they say. Maybe that. They mean what they say. They say what they mean. Sorry, they say what they mean and act on what they say. 说什么就做什么. Always do according to whatever they say. 一定按照自己说的去做. Thus they speak and act cautiously. 所以就很谨言慎行, right? 谨言慎行, right? 慎行. Okay, and by speaking cautiously and always acting according to the word. 很谨慎的说话，就说了以后就一定要做到。They always keep their word. 要守信用 right? 守信用 okay? That means, the modern meaning means they keep their word, okay? That means they keep their, or they have credibility, okay? Or they follow up what they say. They act on what they say, okay? All right. So the higher understanding is, this is important, okay? So by keeping their sincerity or faith, right, in the center, 信具中, okay? Remember that those 8 virtues we talk about, right? The 4th virtue is sincerity, faith, trust, okay? In the center, that means in the core, at the core. It unifies the other 4 constants, 统四常, right? 四常, anybody know what right? Remember we have the 5 constants according to Confucius. There's faith and sincerity or trust, right? Then there's what? Benevolence, righteousness, propriety, and wisdom. Okay? And all goodness is concurrent. Okay? That's it. 兼万善. Okay? That means this means simultaneous at the same time or whatever. Okay? It could mean double, twice, but it just means simultaneously all goodness, okay, is also concurrent. It's present, you can say. Okay? Okay? All right? Okay. So that's why faith or sincerity is very important, right? Okay, we say, right? Okay, faith or sincerity, right? Okay, and then 居中 in the center, okay? But there's another meaning, but okay, higher level, it just means that faith from our Buddha nature, okay? It's the Buddha nature of faith that unifies everything, okay? All right, okay? All right. So let's talk a little story. This is a very short story. Oops, sorry. Okay. There's a Brahmin, okay, that was, he was not Buddha's disciple. Okay, but so he was listening to, or he heard about Buddha's teachings or Dharma, okay, and obviously Buddha has gave many teachings, right? I mean dharmas, right? Has many dharmas, right? Okay. Some long, some short, right? So this Brahman, right? Brahman means in ancient Hinduism, India, present-day India, they are a religious, you can say religious, it's a religious social class, okay? They're the most educated, and they tend to be like the priest class. You can say like the priest class, okay, or the upper class, like what we used to say. Okay, so he was asking Buddha, say, okay, because he heard Buddha gave a lot of, different dharmas, teachings, some short, some long. But he asked Buddha, can you tell me, give me the simplest, most, or that's confirmable cultivation. That means that there's effective cultivation. Okay, in other words, and the most direct dharma for achievement. Okay, 有没有法门？有没有法门？很简单的可以修正一次到成就。Okay, that's the achievement. Okay. Now, do you have that dharma? Do you have that? The most simple dharma, the most direct, you can say most direct, most simple, that's effective and that can, lead to direct achievement. Okay, and just Buddha said this. So he said, well, he used 5 words in Chinese, but in English it's going to be more. But anyway, he used 5 words. He goes, yeah, there is. There is. He just said this. Okay, he just said this. This is very, I don't know if most of you have heard this story, but anyway, it's 非汝勿莫取, right? 非汝, right? This means you. This is the I guess the formal term for you. 勿 means things. 莫 means not. 取 means to, literally means to accept or to acquire or to seek after. Okay, all right. So, okay, what's not yours? 非汝 means not yours, right? Not yours. Things that are not yours, right? Things that are not yours do not, more means no, don't, accept. Okay, so that's the translation. The little translation means don't accept things that aren't yours. Okay, so that is all forms are what? Are false, and thus are not real. So we won't accept them, or do not become attached to things or dharmas. Okay, now, so when Buddha spoke these 5 words, or I don't know how many words in Hinduism, but in Sanskrit. But anyway, when he spoke those words to the Brahma was like really excited or very happy. He goes, "Oh, I know what it means, or I understand." And Buddha says, "Oh, you understand? Tell me what you understand." Okay, so that's the story. All right, and so what the Brahma said? I can say he's smart, or maybe he was awakened. Okay, he said, "Oh, even I have this precious body. Okay, I do not want it." Or it's not mine. He said. I think he said it's not mine. It's not. He didn't say I do not want. I think the translation is that even I have this precious body, or this healthy precious body, etc. I do not accept it. And Buddha said, "Oh, you understood." He understood. Buddha, and said this Brahma understood his teaching. What does that mean, right? Because think about it, right? And that's you can say that's part of the affirmation. That Brahma at least understand. That Brahma at least understand what the 4. Remember the 4 marks of resistance, right? Okay, he understood that. Okay, basically. Think about it. Our body, we as normal human beings, or most sentient beings, we tend to think we of course value our human bodies, because that's what makes us alive, right? Because without human body, we're not alive, right? Or we can't live. Okay, all right. On a physical level, that is true. Okay, that's true. But can we cling to it? Can we be totally attached to it? Because ultimately, that body will die, right? Ultimately, right? At some point, and then it'll break up, right? Break up into the basic elements, okay, etc. Okay, I mean, in those days they used the 5 elements, the earth, water, wind, fire. 4 elements. Sorry, 4 elements. Okay. Anyway, all right. So basically, what this teaching, this teaching point, and what the Brahman understood is that we should not become attached to things that are not real, that are not permanent. Okay, so do not be attached to things or dharma in Sanskrit. Okay, all right. It could mean teachings, but it also means all forms, all things. Okay, so that's the important teaching point of this story about this. Okay, so it's very very interesting. Okay, all right. So the meaning. Okay, so that just refers to this. Okay, all right, that refers to that. Okay, all right. So then now we're talking about the last phrase. Okay, so the meaning of the first two words. Okay, oops, sorry. Okay, okay. Buru means cannot compare, or it would be better to. Okay, to something else. Okay, the contrast. Okay, and then meaning of the last two words of phrases. Sorry, the third word is so. It means to abide, to maintain, to keep to. Okay, and the meaning of the last word. This is the most difficult. Okay. Okay. It means center or middle. That's true in the modern usage, modern definition. If you look it up in a dictionary, that's what it would say. Okay, center or middle. But there's an ancient meaning to this word. It denotes the word emptiness or void. It's very similar to the word "cong" from the previous chapter. Okay, remember previous chapter? We had the previous chapter. Okay, there's that phrase, right? I don't know if you guys remember it. Sorry, hold on. Okay, previous chapter. Oops. Chapter, the word "cong," right? There's the word "cong." Ooh, what the heck? Hold on. The previous chapter, you guys remember? There's this word. Sorry, I don't know if you guys. Okay, this word right here. Okay, all right. In the first line of chapter 4, 道冲. I mean, it's pronounced as 冲. It means to be washed away in the modern definition, but in the ancient definition, it means empty or void. Okay, all right. So that's that. Okay, so that's what the word 宗 okay would imply or mean in the ancient context. Okay, so it literally means or in the ancient context means empty or void. Okay, all right. So the basic meaning of the second phrase means that it cannot compare. Okay, cannot compare to keeping the void or abiding in emptiness. This is a counterpoint to the first phrase, which means too many words. Remember, you have a lot of things. You have too many things, or words in this case, and yet there's nothing. Okay, the second phrase. Okay, so there's several implications of this last phrase. Okay, it can mean all this. Okay, first it can mean one thing that's simplicity. Okay, something that's simple. Remember, this is a counterpoint to the first phrase. Okay, it just means it's not complex. It's simple. Okay, it's simple. This emptiness, simple. Then there's I don't know if you guys heard of the parable of the blind man and the cripple in the burning house. There's a parable. This is a very common parable. They have it. You find it in Western, ancient too. Even to the time, I think during the time of Greeks. I forgot which philosopher or something. He used that parable. I mean, other Europeans since then had used it for whatever, maybe many centuries, 1,000 years ago. Okay, in a burning house. Okay, now in a burning house, a little bit more specific concerning this parable of the blind man and the cripple. Burning house in Buddhism is a very important or common metaphor. Okay, that's used. Okay, remember we talked about the parable of the burning house and the three children in the Lotus Sutra, right? Chapter 3, I believe, that we talked about it a couple months ago. Okay, all right. Okay, when we're talking about so about the three vehicles, right? Well, in the Lotus Sutra, chapter 3, that the parable of the burning house specifically refers to or dealing with the three carts, the three vehicles. But in this case, this parable, okay, about the blind man and the cripple in the burning house, has to do with surviving, or point to the story that we have to have. Remember, where is that? Right here. 心口如一. Oh, yeah. Well, it's really. 心 xing ru yi. Okay, it's we act in accordance to what our thoughts are. Okay, all right. So it's sort of okay. It sort of refers to that. So union of thought. Because to make a long story short, I mean, you guys can look it up. Okay. The house is burning. Okay, and important. Sorry, there's an important meaning or metaphor behind what's a burning house. Okay, now at a broad level, the burning house could imply existence, just in general, or the world. We can say the world. Okay, the phenomenal world, or the earthly realm. Okay, that's on a broad level. On a narrow level, okay, the burning house is a metaphor for our human mind, or human, you can say human mind, okay, or a human, the internal self, okay, all right, okay. So what happens is there was a blind man and a cripple who has no leg, okay. The cripple, it should be legless, okay, but that's they're together in a burning house. They've been arguing. They were arguing, okay, over something, all right, okay, and but the house is burning down, okay. So they weren't cooperating, okay. So the blind man, he can't see, right? That's why he's blind. But he can walk. He can run, walk, whatever. He can move, okay? But he can also hear, okay? He said, or smell. He goes, I smell something that's burning, or I hear, fire. So what's going on? The cripple, he's not blind. He can see. He goes, yeah, there's a fire. There's a fire, okay? But he can't move. He can't run. He has no legs, okay? So the key is, they both realized at some point that, hey, the house is burning down. We may be arguing. We may not be talking. We may not be cooperating with each other, or okay. But hey, if we continue like that, when the house is burning down, they're both going to go. They're both going to die. So they realized that, we have to cooperate. So that's the union. Okay. Now the thought is represented by the cripple, okay? Because he can see in this case, okay? He can see, okay? He can see, and he can think, say, we better stop arguing, because I can see that there's fire all around us now, and it's going to burn us to death. So we better do something about it, okay? Okay. The blind man, because he can't see, right? So therefore, he will not see the danger, how dangerous the fire is. But he can move, so he represents the action. Get it? So right now, so then the parable is that if the two do not cooperate, right, do not help each other, okay, and the house is burning, that they're both going to die, right? So therefore, they should drop their differences, drop their arguments, okay, and cooperate. So that's the union of thought and action. So they say, okay, the blind man can carry the cripple. The cripple can guide him because he can see, right? Don't forget there's smoke, right? So he can say, hey, there's smoke over there, or there's fire over there. So there's a door there, there's a staircase there, etc. Okay, so that's the whole story. All right, that's the story. So that means that the gist of the story is that we should, our thoughts and actions has to be at one or together. Okay, all right. We can't just think and do nothing, and we can't just do and not think. Okay, right? I think Confucius talked about that. He goes, let's see, what did he say? He said, learning without thought is a waste. Okay, I think learning without thought is a waste. It is, right? If you just learn without thinking about what you've learned, then that's a waste. And then he goes, actions without thought is what? Dangerous. Okay, I think that's what Confucius said I think he said it in the Analects something. Okay, all right. So that's the idea. All right. Okay, good. All right. Also, it entails moderation, that middle path, right? Zong, literally. Okay, at a very basic level. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, middle path. Okay. It also can mean centering or focusing on oneself. Okay, be centered. Our mind should not be scattered. Our mind should be focused, right? Single, okay? Not, it doesn't mean that you can't multitask per se, but it just means that in whatever things we're going to do, we should be focused on them, right? Okay, we should not be distracted. Maybe that's another term, okay? Okay, it's like Zen meditation, okay? Or, you can say Zen meditation, okay? All right. It also means to hold to the mystical portal too. Yeah, we can also say that too, right? That's the what we all know, the first treasure, right? To be, to hold on to it. That's not to. It doesn't mean to physically hold on to it. It just means spiritually. That's what it means. Okay, mentally, spiritually. Okay, all right. Okay, and also it could mean this: the proper thoughts or right thoughts leading to right actions. Remember the second and fourth parts of the Eightfold Path. Okay, so it could imply about the Eightfold Path by holding to the center. The translation of this. Okay, all right, holding to the center or keeping to the center. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's at the basic. These are the basic. You can say implications. Okay, all right. Okay, but there's the higher level. Okay, the higher level of Zong, as in Doctrine of Ming. Remember? Okay, I talked about Doctrine of Ming later. Okay, when we talk about the five constants, or not the five constants, but in accordance with our Buddha nature, right? Okay, so this Zong, the meaning of that Zong could be the same as this meaning, okay, in the Doctrine of Ming. So basically, it's this, okay. Okay, so the essence of everything, 天下之大本. I said 大本. I mean the great. Literally means the great body, great essence. Okay, the essence. That is the Tao, which can also be described as true emptiness and marvelous existence. The essence of Tao, or the Tao Ti, okay, or the essence of our true eternal Buddha nature. 不生不灭真心，不生不灭真心除性本体. Yong means the eternal principle of everything. 天下的大道, or implying the functions of that essence. Okay, so that's what the Zong means when we say so Zong. Okay, it means to this Buddha nature. You can say Buddha nature. Okay, you can say Buddha nature. Okay, Buddha nature. Okay, you can say it's the true emptiness, marvelous existence. You can say the Tao. That's the Tao. Okay, you can say the Tao, right? Or the Tao essence, right? Okay, so that's the higher level meaning of this Zong. Okay, well, we translate this phrase as empty. Okay, right here we say avoid, because that's, you can say to the Tao too, but that seems so far removed from this word, right? But Zong, okay, you can use at least the connection that Zong means in the ancient definition. It also means void or empty. Okay, all right. So that's what the higher level meaning is. Okay, all right. So that's what it means. Okay, so the Zong. So it's similar to the connotation of the Zong Yun in Doctrine of Ming. Doctrine of Ming is not a good translation because it doesn't capture the whole essence of this. I mean, the core essence, right? Basically, this Zong represents the essence, and this Yong represents the, you can say, function or practice. Okay, or we say principle. It literally means something that's eternal, right? I mean, that's the ancient meaning. Okay, that's unchanging. Sorry, it means unchanging, eternal, right? Changeless. But it just means it's the application of this Zong, okay, or the manifestation of this Zong. Okay, all right, okay. So that's what it means. So actually, if you want to really have a higher level interpretation of this Zong Yong, it means, you could say oneness. You could say oneness, okay, or the concomitance of the essence and function. Okay, but that's a lot of wordy. Okay, so that's what it means. Okay, all right. Okay, so practical terms, this is what it means. Okay, by not talking too much or holding on to our Buddha nature essence, the functions of our Buddha nature will manifest, which will be very helpful in our Dhamma. Okay, so that's the practical, from the practical implication. Okay, of by holding on to the center or to the void. Okay, that's how. Okay, yeah. 呈现功能作用对我们帮助非常高. Okay. So the implication of the last, this is very important. Okay, implication of the last two words of last phrase, 手中, is what? Is to actually to show people, sentient beings, people, the way to the permanent home. 死人的归属, right? 属 is pronounced 属, right? 属 means lodging, right? It means lodging, overnight lodging, something. Okay, 死人 to show, to display, to show people the path, the path, or the way back, the way to our home. Okay, that is the utmost lofty, 高 高义之义, right? And marvelously divine, 神意妙意. Okay, so utmost lofty. That is the highest, the most lofty, the most noble, the highest, the supreme, the most supreme, and marvelously divine. Okay, so that is what? Our permanent home, our true home, which is what? In the absolute realm, you can say 究竟界 or 福界, you can say, right? Or not even 福界, but 究竟界. It just means that absolute realm, okay? Or 理天, we say 理天, right? 无极界, okay? 理天, okay? So that's what it means, right? So that's the implication of what this means, okay? Higher level, okay? All right. So once we understand, we should earnestly practice it for a while, okay? Practice the what? The Tao practice. Or, to be more specific, practice what? You can say, 一念不生万愿放下. That's what Lecture Lu always say, okay? We should practice that, okay? Okay, when we already become more and more familiar with our Buddha nature, because that will, when we practice that, not allowing a single thought to arise and to let go of all of our karmic affinities or not be attached to them, right? Then we will be closer to our Buddha nature, okay? Then by nurturing it and having it grow up healthy and strong, right? 然后有培养再壮长大, then 初壮长大, then our Buddha nature will always be present and not be hidden, 绝对在, 它不会不见. And our degree of spiritual intensity will become stronger and stronger. Okay? 灵敏度就越来越强, which means that we understand our Buddha nature more and more. Okay? 就了解更多. Okay? 了解对越了解. Okay? All right. So that's the practical aspect. Okay? Telling us. All right? So simultaneously, at the same time, when we could do that and we could practice this well, right, for a while, our innate marvelous wisdom, okay, 般若妙智慧 will manifest, will show itself, and we can rely on it to guide us in dealing with all matters of this world. Okay, so the key point is, as Tao cultivators, we must direct our attention from the material forms to our Buddha nature. Okay, 注意力传译到我们福性上面, okay? And by doing so, okay, all right, our marvelous innate wisdom will arise, which will help us guide us daily life. Okay, I think this is it, right? That's the last. Let's see, any more? I don't think. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, well, I'm glad I took about an hour and a half, or more, almost 2 hours. All right, so okay, that's all I have for this class. I guess. Hey, Ty. I guess I'll email you these files so that then people can, you can print it out and keep it for your reference.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So I like to thank the grace of heaven and all the Buddhas and saints for giving me this opportunity to give this talk. And there are things that I not say satisfactory. I ask for the Buddha's forgiveness. Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. So we'll do one. And then we'll do Dao's.
Okay. 1, 2, 3,
All right.
4.
Thank you.
Okay.
Lecture.
3. Thank you,
Ty.
everybody.
All right.
Okay. If you guys have questions, I'll email you guys this. Well, Ty, we'll save it on the Dropbox, right? Yeah. Do we have all these previous chapters too? The files?
Oh.
Yes. In the shared drive box.
No. But I just remember. I think we did the first 3. I have. I think the 4th and 5th chapter we don't have it yet, right?
Yeah, you probably didn't put it over here.
Yeah, I
we
don't
do have
remember.
chapter 4.
Because I think we started late. So on chapter, I remember last time, right? We started a little bit late, so therefore I didn't finish it, so I didn't have the time to save it. Okay, so I'll email you the 4th and 5th chapters, so that way. All right.
Yeah.
I think then what? Then should we do the chapter 6 in 2 weeks or what? All right.
Well.
No.
Oh, there's the next one is it next week?
It's next week? That quick? Okay.
Should be I guess once a week.
What, we're gonna do a Dao De Jing at one chapter every week now?
Well,
okay,
yeah.
that's
So
all.
I mean, ideally, it should be about an hour and a half, I guess, right?
Yeah, no, well, yeah, but
Or
it
an hour.
depends on how long the chapter is. Some chapters are pretty long, you know
Well,
that, right?
then
So,
then you can spread it out over but yeah, we'll try to keep the time to an hour to an hour
An hour and a half.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then,
because sometimes there are a lot. Well, today it's different because we had to finish chapter 4, so so that's why it took so long. But I think if we took out that portion, I think about 90 minutes would cover everything in chapter 5. I try to cut down chapter 5, okay, as much as I can, but there's still a lot to say. So, all right. Chapter 5 is not a long chapter, you know that, right? It's only like 5 lines. Yeah. Chapter 6 is shorter. I think it's 4 lines or something like that. Yeah. Chapter 4 is shorter, but chapter 5, yeah, it's only. Yeah, chapter 6 is only. Well, it's 4 sentences, 6 phrases, 3 sentences. Sorry. Chapter 5 was 5 sentences, but doesn't matter. Okay, all right. So depends on what you have to say. Chapter 6, yeah. Next week, chapter 6. Well, okay, we're gonna do chapter 6 next week then. Okay, we can do that.
okay,
All right, I'll try to do that. Okay, all right.
So
that's
anyone
it. Then I'll
have
say.
any questions? Any?
Whoops. Oh. A lot. There's a lot of meaning. I mean, there are very different levels of meaning in Tao Te Ching. That's the problem. It's
Yeah. So Jessica, Jessica's asking if you can also do 如是我闻.
And 心经.
we did the Xing Jing already. We did it.
No,
Ty, we have it, right? Didn't we do it?
心理心法 point of view. I do have a question. In 八正道, do we have to be in the 不生不灭真性佛性之下才有八正道吗? Because usually we use the human 四心 use the human thought,
Yeah.
human heart. So I think you have to emphasize that we have to go back to the Buddha nature, and then the 八正道 will appear.
Yeah. Ideally, every dharma. Well. I mean, that's how can I say? Every teaching, every dharma, right, has its has different levels of approach and practice, right? Okay. So, but ideally, yeah, the best method, you can say the best method or the highest level is we always have to approach everything from our Buddha nature, right? That's why 守中, it's the most important. So yes, so if we are teaching, if we are explaining every dharma, like in this case the Eightfold Path, the ideal is you have to start from your Buddha nature. So that's why. So when we explain it, the Buddha Eightfold Path, what's the first one?
Proper,
The first
正见.
proper 正念, right?
Yeah.
Or 正见, sorry, 正见 then 正念,
Uh-huh.
right? Okay. 正见 means what? Proper view or understanding. So what's the proper view or understanding? It's that you realize that, it's not from just reading the words, right? It's from what? Something, your Buddha nature, right? That's the proper view or proper understanding, right? You understand that, it has to come from, everything has to come from, or viewed, or everything has to be understood from our Buddha nature. Get it?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right? So then if you understand that proper view, then you can have what? Proper thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Right? 正念, right? Or 正为思, 正
思维.
Yeah, 正思维.
Mhm.
So it's not based on our intellectual human mind, right? So that's how you approach it, okay? So then you go all the way, okay? So that's one way to explain that, that the Eightfold Path, you have to, if you understand what's the first one, the first path, right? Proper view or proper understanding, what it means. Now, at the lower level, at the lower level, remember the 四圣谛, right? Because under proper view or proper understanding, it includes the Four Noble Truths, right?
Yeah.
四圣谛, right? So on a superficial level, it just means, oh, I understand that, that life is suffering, right? That suffering is caused by, ignorance or desires, etc., right? And that there is that there's a way to eliminate, you can say, eliminate suffering or ignorance, etc., and that there's a state of nirvana, right? That's the superficial level, right? Yeah, because we have to describe it, right? Okay, but the way to successfully understand the Four Noble Truths is that we have to see it, understand it from the level of from our Buddha nature. Okay, because and why? Here's why. Because let's take the first noble truth. Life is suffering. If we don't see it from the Buddha nature perspective, right, or from that view, okay. If we don't have the proper view, in other words, we could say, the highest level proper view, you're not going to always agree that life is suffering. Understand? Because people will say, hey, I'm very healthy, I'm very strong, I'm very rich, I'm very powerful, etc., 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 etc. How can life be suffering? Understand? Right?
Yeah.
Right. But only if you view it from the perspective of Buddha nature, you realize that, you're rich, you're handsome, you're powerful, you're famous, etc. It's because that is your karma in this lifetime to have these things or to enjoy these things. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You understand that. But this is still just this one life, and it's due to causes. There's an underlying reason behind why you don't think life is suffering, why you think life is enjoyable, pleasurable, etc., 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 etc. Right?
Yeah.
So that's why even at the Four Noble Truths level, you have to really understand it from the perspective of the Buddha nature. Okay, and then all right. Okay, so yes, all Dharma ultimately has to be approached from the Buddha nature. Now that does not mean that although you may not approach it from the Buddha nature perspective, doesn't mean that you cannot cultivate. See, that's the difference between 顿法 or 顿修 and 渐修。
顿悟法门。
Yeah, 顿修。
Southern teaching.
No. That's the difference between instant cultivation and gradual cultivation. Yeah, 渐修跟不是顿修嘛 right? 不是顿 no.
Yeah,
it's a 顿 right? 顿 means instant, right?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
顿悟
Yeah.
顿悟
Yeah, 顿. So if you approach all dharmas if the Buddha nature perspective, then that's 顿悟. Get it? That's 顿悟.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Whereas if we approach it from not the Buddha nature perspective, then that's called 渐法 or 渐修. Get it?
Yes. Yes.
Gradual. That's the
Yes.
gradual method. Okay.
Yes.
So it doesn't mean that gradual is wrong. It doesn't mean that. Don't be misled by that. Okay. It doesn't mean that we can't do the gradual. You can still do it, but understand that's not instant. Okay, that's not instant result. Okay, understand that's not the highest level. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, the highest level is 顿法, right? That's what we say Buddha nature class. Okay, we have Buddha because that's the highest level because that will give you instant enlightenment. Okay, right? Whereas the other way is gradual. Make sense?
Yes.
It doesn't mean it's wrong. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Does not mean it's wrong. Gradual just means take potentially many lifetimes. But eventually you'll get there, okay? But it just takes longer, right?
Yes, 3个儿真底节. Yes.
right? But does not mean that's wrong, okay? Everybody is a little bit different, right? Some people have, like say, have good foundation, right? Right? Have good foundation, so we can say, oh, it's very easy. It seems very easy for them to just see, understand the teaching Dharma from the Buddha nature perspective. Well, first they have to understand that, of course. First they have to know that see 明心见性, right? First they have to see their Buddha nature, or realize their Buddha nature, right? But for a lot of people who maybe are not able to reach that level right away, the gradual method is okay. Make sense? That's why we have the 3 vehicles too, right? Et cetera, right?
Yeah. 小乘、中乘、上乘.
Yeah. So
Yes.
so
Understand.
so you can say for any type of teaching, any Dharma, if you don't approach it from the Buddha nature view, then you can say that's 小乘 or 中乘. Make sense?
Okay.
Whereas if we view any Dharma or understand or approach any Dharma, any teaching with our Buddha nature, just for our true nature, then that's 大乘 or 上乘 or whatever you want to call it. Okay?
Yes.
So I'm not, I don't want to say, you should only see it. Yes, ideally, 最理想, yeah, the most ideal, you can say, yeah, we have to see it from the Buddha nature view, obviously, okay? That's what's 大乘, that's what Buddha nature class is all about. But unfortunately, not everybody can get there right away, right? I mean, that's the problem, right?
Yes.
So that's why you have to say, okay, if you only understand it at this level, then that's fine. But keep practicing it, and eventually you'll get there, right? So I'm not gonna force everybody to say, oh, you must do this. Now, if we're in a Buddha nature class, yeah, then that's different, because that's a Buddha nature class. Get it? So
Yes.
it's for people who understand that. Oh, yeah, or understand. Yeah, you can say understand that. Oh, yeah, all the Buddha's teachings, or all Confucius teachings, or all Lao Tzu's teachings. Yeah, we have to approach it using our Buddha nature. That's absolutely true. But that's why it's called Buddha nature class. Okay, all right, okay, I'm done.
When he talking about 少三心去四相, is don't have the time, need the space. Does that mean when we are in the Buddha nature 明心见性的当下，就是少三心去四相，没有时空的空间吗？You know what I'm saying? Like he said, don't track into the time and the space. Your mindset.
Yeah. What about?
How you trap? I mean, because we are as a human, we think of time, we think of space. How you not track into it?
Let's see. How not? Yeah. I mean, we can't be stuck or attached to these ideas of the past, present, or future, or things in the past, present, future, and also this duality of me, you, others, or this even the view of this life as being real, right? Because that's kind of like the 4 marks, if you will, is kind of like comes about from the 5 skandhas, right? The illusion of who we are, what we are, this reality.
Because when he explained that, he said, "Don't." I guess under Buddha nature point of view, if we are 明心见性, we are constantly 24/7 with your Buddha nature, then you are not. But then as a daily function, we seems to have a time in this space.
Yeah, I mean, you're living in. Obviously, we live within. We're all. Well, we live our lives kind of basically driven by time and space and everything. But we cannot be. We have to deal with things. Don't become attached. So it's like the mirror. When you appear in the mirror and you reflect it exactly as it is, we don't have any bias. We don't have any, our own interpretation of things. We just deal with it. And then when we're done with it, then it's gone. The image is no longer in the mirror. And then we don't have any attachment to what was there.